Welcome back to another episode of the Run It Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
What's up?
And of course, still joined by the infamous Uncle E. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? YouTube, Stitcher. We got Google Podcasts. We got Apple Podcasts. We have Spotify.
Talk your stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
We on almost.
Hey, we syndicated, man. We for real.
Hey, bro. You see the new quality.
Hey, listen. New look.
We look different. This wasn't how we was looking before.
Hey, look. You see him.
You see him.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. to the beam. You know what I'm saying? And just for clarity, this stands for running back. So don't get in the comments talking about y'all got rib and all that on the wall. It's running back. There'll be a new sign coming, but this is what we got for now.
Yeah, it's temporary. It's just, we couldn't afford it. We had to pay for anything else.
We pay for a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
okay?
this is the cheapest thing we can get for life. Chill out.
Talking about Run It Bryant.
But very excited to be here, to be in the studio. You know, we have been making mentions of being in the studio for weeks and weeks, and here we finally are. I think I speak for all of us when I say it is so exciting to finally be at this point in it. And yeah, man, it feels good to be here. We look good too, man.
Hey, yes, I know we haven't produced a lot of episodes, but this is why it hasn't been as much. But now we got our studio set up
here.
We producing weekly. We got y'all.
I'm saying we're not like these YouTubers who fall off and talking about, yo, it's been a few months, you know.
Nah. We were just waiting to get the stuff, the equipment, so that we could be on here and be the best versions of ourselves for y'all.
You see, look, you see it behind us, bro. You see it like we got another seat. Guest will be coming on the show.
Guest will finally be making an appearance on Running Back. So it is an exciting time. Really good show to get to. A lot has happened. You know, I thought the bombshells were over after last episode. I was wrong. A lot has commenced since our last episode, so we are very, very excited to get to that. Some news in the NFL, some updates in the NBA. And yeah, man, we are bringing back a favorite segment that I don't think we've done since season 2, maybe. So should be a lot of fun getting today. So Ali, you want to take us into the first segment?
First segment, just like we left off, NFL transactions. There's been a few, not as big as it was before with Devontae Adams.
Yeah. That was huge.
That was huge.
Huge move.
But like, not as big as that, but still some key moves. Mm-hmm. First thing we're going to talk about, Tyreek Hill. He's going to Miami. That's a big move.
I mean,
he got a bag.
But I want to ask
y'all, the richest contract for a receiver?
It is indeed.
I got to ask y'all, though, the funniest thing. It was between them and the Jets. Did any of y'all think he was going to the Jets?
No, he said it himself in a press conference. He was like, that was just them to get more marketing chips. Yeah. It was just there. It was just a marketing tool.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing to... He said the Jets? Really? The Jets? No.
I saw the name. I'm like, okay, he's going to Miami, but like,
this is going to Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. You know, he likes Florida a lot. He's a Georgia-born kid, but spent a lot of time in Florida as a child. And I mean, for 4 years, $120 million. I mean, I'd pick up my bags to go be in that Miami weather to be making $30 million a year.
Yep. Bruh. He has a vacation home. Well, a second home.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it's gonna be his main home.
It's his permanent home. Yeah,
but it is interesting. He does take, obviously, a massive downgrade at QB. I think we all recognize that. Yeah. I mean, you go from
MVP
a top,
to Tua.
Yeah, he had to say to Tua like it was such a drop. Like,
I mean, is it not MVP?
I mean, we talking about a guy who's like in his third year coming now. Mm-hmm. Who's been injured majority of his career. We don't know what Tua could be.
Yeah, we do.
No, not really. It's 3 years. No.
Yeah, we do.
No, you're just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm a realist.
A hater.
I'm just saying there's like a lot of... We seen a glimpse of
he
like...
hasn't played a full season yet because of injury and coaching changing. So
exactly. His coach just changed.
No, well, hold on. They putting him in and out the lineup. Coaching changes.
I'm saying
coaches changes.
You gotta be weary of like you've seen at his peak. He's pretty good, really good, and he was playing moderately hurt. All I'm saying is, you know, throw the man a little bit of rope. You'll see.
I mean, listen, he's got the best chance to succeed that he's had thus far as a pro. They bring back Mike Gesicki. They add Raheem Mostert. They get him some protection in Teron Armstead, and they add a huge, huge weapon in Tyreek Hill.
Listen, they'll be fine. Give him a chance. Now, we'll revisit this
After
I'll give it to week 6 to prove himself.
Week 6, I think, is valid.
Week 6.
What do you say? Week
If
6.
he's healthy and starts all the 6 weeks, we give him to week 6.
Okay.
Yeah, week 6 sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah, that's a third of the season.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't even lie.
You should be, if you're not there, you should be turning the corner at that point.
Yeah,
You
6
know what I'm
weeks.
saying?
Tua got 6 weeks to
Wait.
not to us, but like to prove to
What are the
Miami
first 6
fans,
games, though?
huh?
What are the first 6 games, though?
We don't know
schedules
yet.
aren't-
Yeah,
we know
hey.
who they're playing. They know the teams that are being played. The schedule is not finalized yet.
Yeah.
Bro.
If we're talking about the first 6 games and he's playing like, Tampa,
Well, I mean, they'll have 2 probably.
Yeah,
in
they'll have 2
conference.
winnable games.
Yeah, they'll have 2 division games
At
in
least.
there, so they'll probably play.
yeah, had to say at least. Man.
So they'll probably get the Jets at least for one of those games.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's like a good record after 6 games? Is he like what,
I-
5-1?
whoa,
That's a
whoa,
little.
whoa,
That's a little.
4-1, 5-1's extreme.
Hold
I
on,
would say.
hold on. I don't think we should look at the record per se because Miami.
I'm looking at how he plays.
No, yeah, because Miami was only 9-8 last year. That's basically a 500 team, right? Yeah. So
They lost 7 straight. They won 7
yeah, so
straight.
like we're not expecting Miami to be a contender per se, unless they like just play out their mind the first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
My job is not my job, but like what I'm looking for is like how does Tua play? Is it his fault they lose or is it his fault they win? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Okay.
he can't cost them the game, or he can't be like, you know what I mean? Like
Like I would to give it a comparison to a season. I wouldn't put it like Trevor Lawrence this year because Trevor Lawrence, while he had a bad season, I think a lot of that is attributed to Urban Meyer and
Yeah, that's not his
dumpster
fault.
fire of a team.
Yeah.
I would say I don't have quite rookie year Justin Herbert expectations, but that's the realm of ball he should be playing.
Okay.
Like he should be having an outstanding individual year, or even like rookie year Baker Mayfield, an outstanding individual year
That's actually
with
good.
like, division games. Whoever you're playing just might be tough. You might lose a game here and there, whatever. But you individually, I should be able to see and point to moments in the game like, okay, that's a NFL quarterback.
All right.
So
was he a first round pick? First round pick, right?
yes,
Tua?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was So first round pick. It's your 4th year coming up. This is
Third year. Third year.
It's 3rd year. Okay, 3rd year coming up. He has to be able to turn that corner like we were saying. I understand injuries was part of it. 3rd, 4th, 5th year, you got to be able to turn that corner. Cause,
I mean, no one out here could be Lamar 2nd year crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Lamar.
man. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about 5th overall. Like,
yeah, so
You know what I'm saying? Lamar.
yeah, so
and so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But I mean, I like Miami a lot and what they've had to offer. I think Mike Gesicki, like I said, very underrated tight end. They still have Parker. Obviously, they have Jalen Waddle. Add Tyreek Hill. Those are 3 really good receivers and a really good tight end. You get some really good protection. Teron Armstead, even though he's a little bit old and you paid him a lot, but you got to pay for protection. It should give him time.
Oh yeah.
And that's the most important thing as an NFL QB. So ought to be interesting to see, how he fares in, this upcoming season. It'll be interesting to see. But I would say, to answer your question, through those first 6 games, I won't harp as much on the record if he plays well individually. But I would say 3-3 with pretty good to outstanding individual play is where he should fall.
yes.
You got it.
Moving on, Matt Ryan goes to Indiana.
Yo, best friend right here. This is yo guy.
Hey.
So
There's Aaron is a Matt Ryan. He loves you. He harps. He talks nonstop about your MVP. Not good things, but he talks so much about it. MVP Matt Ryan that he loves.
so we kind of figured that he was going to get moved after Atlanta tried to go after Deshaun Watson, right?
Yep.
They didn't pay him his bonus on time on that Friday. They waited until
7.5.
Tuesday to pay him his bonus. So instead of keeping him, he probably upset and probably told his agent, you know what, it's time for me to go on. It's clear Atlanta is in a rebuild mode. I'm 35 or however old he is.
36.
36. It's time for me to go move on. I got to be in a kind of a playoff contending mode right now.
Yeah.
So he moves on, and Indiana is probably one of the better fits to go.
I mean, this is sort of like the Colts' MO. Like, past couple years, they've been signing some old guys, you know.
Actually, the last 6 seasons.
Phillip Rivers got into the playoffs.
Yeah, this past 6 seasons, they had a different quarterback start.
You see what I'm saying? So that you can almost assume this would happen.
Yep.
And I really thought they probably would have stuck it out with Carson Wentz because it looked good for a little bit.
Yeah, like he was bad, but like he was good. He was pretty good in the
I
game.
want to put Carson Wentz and good at the same time. You look at the stats. Yeah, you can say he was pretty good.
27-7.
But if you actually watch the game, Carson Wentz should have won more games than he lost.
Well, yeah. I mean, they lost 2 straight games to get to the playoffs, including one to the Jaguars. That's bad.
That even before those 2 games, like some games, he could have won.
I mean, I'm gonna put this out right.
It's not all his fault, but I'm just saying.
Carson Wentz, right? I seen him play. I was watching the Ravens game. Mm-hmm. Ravens came out the gate like they were down with 28-3 for a little.
They came out fire.
You see what I'm saying? But Carson Wentz, that first half, one of the best like played first halves I've ever seen in my life. That second half, not so much, but that Carson Wentz. That's
the reason why Indiana let him go, because there were moments or there were games that we played like, oh yeah, this is why he a first round pick.
Yeah.
And then there were moments like, why do we draft him first round? So like, you know what I mean? Like that's why Carson Wentz is getting tossed around the league right now. It's third team in 7 years? He's been playing
6, yeah.
6, 7 years.
No, 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, Washington's gonna have a great season with him.
I mean,
I think
they don't lose much.
season.
The Commanders.
I mean, look, he managed to do that because what I think where Indy falls short, and what I've always said about Indy, is they don't have weapons. T.Y. Hilton is way past his prime. Paris Campbell can never stay healthy. Michael Pittman has moments, but I wouldn't even call him a number 2 receiver. He's a number 3 at best.
Who?
Michael Pittman.
They can be a 2 receiver.
He's a low bar 2. Fair. You think he's a high volume number 2 receiver?
I just feel like you just like dogging people a lot.
I don't. I mean,
I don't know why.
Michael Pittman is a low tier number 2, really good number 3 option. That is him. His skills. He's
number 3 option is usually a slot. He's not a slot receiver.
I mean, it can be a slot or it can be your jump ball guy. That's who Michael Pittman is. He's a big physical receiver. He's like how Zay Jones was in Buffalo.
If there was a most improved in football, he would have won it.
You know what the comeback player of the year is?
No, that's different. That's like more of a like injury.
That sounds like a most improved. That like legitimately would be like, oh, okay, most improved. He improved. No, because
I feel like there's somebody who deserves more than that, but I would have to.
How about this? A contender for most improved.
Sure, but I mean, again, bar is pretty low from first season though.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, but what I will say is I think if Indy is somehow able to go out and get Matt Ryan some talent, like I would have thought that they would have been one of the players in the Tyreek Hill sweepstakes. I mean,
I don't think they have enough collateral to give up to.
I mean, they do.
The Chiefs.
They just don't.
I don't think they. Irsay doesn't like
Jim Irsay. Yeah, rather.
Jim Irsay doesn't like giving away his picks.
He don't give away picks and he don't spend no money unless it's on like that. That's just not how he roll. But Matt Ryan is going to need a number 1, and right now, now maybe they'll dress in. It's a receiver rich draft, so maybe they go get Drake London at the end of the first round. Maybe
Wilson.
Yeah, or I don't think Wilson will make it that far because I think they're picking 15, 16, something like that. I think.
Hey, he might fall. Sometimes
he might. I mean, we've seen weird things.
We see weird. I'm saying,
yeah, man. Remember Johnny Manziel falling?
Shut up.
Coaches do this.
Dude, we've seen weirder things, but I just, as we stand here today, I don't see the Colts as any more of a threat than I saw them last year.
Fair enough. Okay. Anything?
But Carson Wentz in Washington.
That looks.
I don't know.
Scary Terry.
Speaking of the Chiefs, they lost a receiver, but they gained someone else.
They did.
So they got MVS from Packers, right?
They did.
Did we ever mention Juju as well?
Mr. TikTok.
Listen, Juju, like you said, we always talk. He's a great number 2.
Hey, he's gonna be a number 2. He's gonna be number 2 behind Travis Kelce.
I was so happy, but like he's so I don't know. Like a number 2 is his great role. Like everybody's gonna be Travis, trying to defend him,
right.
And he's just gonna like get all these like weak CBs, just coming at him. I'm just like, okay,
he's gonna get a lot of 1-on-1. and it's gonna work to his benefit, like it did in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, MVS is gonna take a lot of pressure off of.
And he's gonna get deep. So like, MVS is because that's all they did with the Packers. Hey, run and go. You sure you don't want me to run it? No. Just try to outrun the dude across from you. That's it. That's all I want you to do. And if the ball come your way, catch it.
True.
He does a good job at it. I mean, I like to pick up for the Chiefs. He is a what's Walmart's brand? Great value. He's a great value.
I would have said
Tyreek
but
yeah, he's a great value. Tyreek Hill. Shorter. Well, he's actually a little tall. I think. I want to say
he's
MVS
what you
is
call
like
private selection.
So it'll be interesting to see. I think Pat Mahomes has the effect of making almost any receiver look pretty good if you can beat your man, which usually you can't.
I mean, they still have the receivers from last year or so. Pringle left, didn't he?
Yeah, Pringle left.
Never mind.
Look, they still got Travis Kelce and they still got Pat Mahomes. They got 87 and 15.
They start off, really bad last season, and they still came up, number 2. So come on, Pat.
Yeah, it's Pat Mahomes, man.
They
still got number 15. They still got 87. Andy Reid still calling the plays.
You know what I'm saying? Pat can make it.
No, Eric Bieniemy's calling the plays.
Excuse me, Eric Bieniemy's calling the plays.
Give him some respect.
I think he should have been an NFL head coach, but hey.
Yeah, you're good at what you do. You don't really care about the titles.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
But yeah.
Some minor moves we're gonna talk about. Marcus Mariota goes to Atlanta.
That's the dump. No, it ain't dump. That's overpaid nonsense, bro. Overpaid nonsense.
Yeah, man, he deserves it. He worked hard. I mean, he was at home this offseason. I mean, he wasn't at home. He was back up in
Vegas,
yeah. So
some of the plays he ran were just run plays. It was the funniest thing.
And he was getting touchdowns.
I hope Marcus Mariota balls out Atlanta so you can shut your ass up.
He's not, but okay. I promise they'll probably draft someone.
I mean, look, they still got Kyle Pitts down there.
He's gonna leave after his contract, so
thank you.
I mean, well, if he plays well. I mean, if he don't play well, where you gonna go? Home? Be a quarterback coach?
Who?
Marcus Mariota.
I just talking about Kyle Pitts.
What, in Hawaii?
Oh, Kyle Pitts gonna leave after his contract.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, probably, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, it is Atlanta. No, Atlanta's still Atlanta.
And I was gonna say the city itself, great. The team,
Hey, I'm just not sold on this Mariota and Atlanta thing. It's cool, it's nice. It's it's like, okay, we let go of one guy, we got this guy. And
he's gonna play well enough that the fans still buy tickets, but he's not gonna play well enough that they
imagine if Marcus Mariota takes them to the playoffs.
Shut up! Shut your mouth.
Tom Brady came back. They're not getting to the playoffs. I'd take Jameis Winston in New Orleans over him too.
I'm not saying he will. That'd be hilarious.
I mean,
if they sneak in a divisional round.
Look, he's played some good football as a professional. He played some good football in Tennessee. He played some good football in the few games he played in Vegas. But do I think he's gonna? I don't even.
I'm not saying he will. I'm just like, that'd be hilarious if he did.
I think Atlanta's still in the Baker Mayfield sweepstakes. To be honest with you, I think
Marcus
Mariota is a.
They
really,
paid him
really
how much?
12.
No, it was in like a 2-year, $18 million deal. I'm almost certain it was like a 2-year, $18 million. That's why I was so upset. That's a lot of money.
I mean, is it though? In terms of
a lot of money, yes, because it's a lot of money.
But yeah, while we look at that, Darius Smith goes to Minnesota.
I blame Von Miller for this.
I thought you had another pass rusher, nigga. Shut up.
It's Von Miller's fault. He got that big money Bills move.
Well, Atlanta. LA
18. 18.7.
Atlanta. I can say Atlanta.
Yeah, right.
LA wanted to sign them, but Buffalo's like, listen, I still got some money.
That money?
I got $50 million right here for you, bro.
Hey, that contract is nuts.
Hey, they guaranteed what? 2/3 of it?
6-year, $120 million. 51 is guaranteed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 50 gets to that. I got 50 guaranteed. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it was like
I'd love to. LA too. I mean, look, he was already in Colorado before he got to LA. He used to the cold.
Bruh, the thing was though, he was like really just baiting Denver.
Facts.
Like, that
all
whole
the tweets,
time, bro.
I want to get that old thing back.
IG, like
he never
douche.
changed his thing on Twitter. Like it was
Such
always
a
Bronco.
douche, bro.
Yeah,
such a douche.
And then was like, nah.
And the Bills pick up someone like really good.
Yeah, he's still got a lot left in the tank.
I think probably his last big contract, to be honest.
Oh no, absolutely. It's 6
What do you
years.
think? You think he got another?
He's
like
32. He's not gonna get to the end of this contract. Probably.
he's gonna be like another like $54 million. Like,
Hey, he might play like
38 years
Hey, look,
old.
hey
like,
man, maybe Von Miller will be the Tom Brady edge rusher. Hey, look,
Stop it.
look, I hope Von Miller. If you're watching, I absolutely hope you get a contract at 38 years old that pays you another $50 million. Do I think you will? To be determined.
That means no. But yeah, it's Darius Smith boosted up that linebacker room for the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, love that he's gonna hit Aaron Rodgers twice a year after they let him go.
I mean, it's a more of a money move, not a win move. So
He
wasn't getting it done in Green Bay.
Hey, like I said,
maybe he likes purple.
I mean, he's not threading the needle here.
Maybe he likes purple.
It's moving the needle.
Threading, moving, none of that. He ain't doing
threading the needle is when you make a pass.
You said thread the needle the last like 3 times.
He's not moving the needle. It's a very nothing move.
Oh, now it's nothing move. But when he was
Baltimore,
talking about going to Baltimore,
because Baltimore looking to win.
You don't think every team is trying to win, bro?
I mean, there are a few teams out there that I don't believe.
Well, before we get into more of the teams, I want to talk about Deshaun Watson a little bit.
Yeah.
A second grand jury has indicted him with no charges again. So,
and this was the civil charges, right?
No, this was an additional criminal charge that was brought forth as a complaint at the beginning of all of this. That his lawyer Rusty Hardin and Andrew Berry, all the representatives of the Cleveland Browns, were all aware of. So they knew it would come back up, and again for the same reasons that he wasn't indicted on any of the initial criminal charges, lack of evidence, all of that.
So, new judge, new county, new judicial system,
all that,
and same verdict. Now, with this said, I'm not saying this situation is not sensitive to people that had similar situations, like in life, right?
Yeah, because it's very valid.
Yes, but for people like what Shannon Sharp said on the show, people nowadays take accusations
as guilt
and make it seem like they're actually guilty.
Mm-hmm.
It's the term is proven until innocent until proven guilty, right? Now, if you have an accusation of any kind, is you're guilty until you're proven innocent, which is I think is the most backwards thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean it's true, and the thing is he's been proven innocent. I mean they've had time to build these cases, and we heard when this all first happened, when we first reported on it, and we were really looking at this case in depth. His lawyer came out and said, after consulting with Deshaun, that he felt very good about the position that he sat in and that they sat in. This was accusations that they took very seriously from the beginning, and they built up a very compelling case. Whereas, and I want to say that, it's something that we took seriously at the time. We still take seriously now. And I understand like the metrics of, a certain percentage of sexual assault cases go unsolved, and that is all very true. And for those people, those victims, certainly thoughts are out with them. However, there is also a very real issue behind false accusations, behind athletes being put in precarious positions. And this is not just because he is going to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. I said then and will still say now, whether he was guilty or not, it didn't look good.
22 is a lot.
22 is a lot. And we have the film from it. I can go back and say, I said it then that it doesn't look good either way. But with the timing of everything, with the lack of evidence that is presented forth, and just taking it for what it is, what we see, what they see, and no one really knows. None of us really know except these women and Deshaun Watson. But there are some facts that I can't ignore, like that a certain number of these women have openly admitted that when they filed these cases, they were looking for a payday. That the 3 cases, because originally there were 25 cases, And the 3 were dropped because they came out before anything moved into paperwork saying that they were looking for paydays. And so, but I never wavered from the overall validity of those other 22 women. I think everyone deserves to have their day in court, and that there is something to be said. But from a pure factual standpoint, I mean, you can put a civil case against anybody. I have never been in the same area as Deshaun Watson, but I could file a civil case against him currently. So the same thing that I said then is what I would say now. I hope justice gets served. I hope the truth does come out and be revealed. But for the people who are simply saying that Deshaun Watson is guilty and is essentially just made up their minds that these things happen, bro, stop. But yeah, man.
Yep. Well said. You can speak for all of us.
Yeah. Let's move on to some NFL offseason tiers. So, this is the craziest offseason NFL had.
I would say so.
Ever, or in a while, whatever you want to say.
I agree. Yeah.
I would give it ever.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think Tom Brady coming out of retirement right after retirement was probably what set it.
Yeah.
These many top names getting moved. I think
so many restructured contracts. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I've heard podcasts before, like, people have been doing this since the early 2000s, restructuring contracts, but not to this extent.
No.
So like everyone, like top guys, key guys, are all getting like restructured so that way they can get more key guys, more top guys to their roster, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So it's impressive what the front office people can be able to do now. So
and Bobby Wagner's still up.
Bobby Wagner is still out there. I mean, as a guy still got a lot of juice left in the tank, I feel like.
Yeah.
I felt like I watched a couple Seahawks games last year, and
the Rams hosted him. I was so pissed.
I'd be mad. I'd be so mad.
You think the Rams can get him?
I think there's an allure about LA and, you know, a deal that can be, you know, both beneficial for both parties.
Yeah, and they can really talk that Super Bowl talk.
Yeah, they just won it. So let's talk about. So I got 4 tiers for these for teams. So you guys put teams together, whatever.
Okay. I got you.
Right. So first tier I got is rebuilding.
Okay.
Right.
So that's obvious.
Right.
Second tier I have is championship tier. It's basically teams that are going for a championship. All in. Put all their chips on the table. Mm-hmm. Third tier, falling behind. So teams that were contending, or still are contending, but they're like here, and now they're like dropping a little bit.
What was first tier? Rebuilding? Okay.
And then the fourth tier I have is gaining traction. So basically the teams that wouldn't have like any chance at a championship are now like creeping up on teams.
Okay.
So let's just go with the Chiefs. What tier would you guys put them in?
They're still contenders, man.
When you have Pat, you're always contenders.
Yeah, you got the best quarterback in football. Great. Still got Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm. I think 1-2.
Yeah, and I think between Juju and MVS together, I think you make up Tyreek's volume, and Juju you make up some of Tyreek's speed in MVS.
All right.
Okay, so what tier was that?
I put him back in contending.
Okay, just championship still.
Championship.
Yeah. Okay. Buffalo.
Contending.
Championship. They have the best odds to win the championship right now.
Yeah.
Von Miller, come on. That was
Josh Allen still is incredible. Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He's my MVP candidate going into
I know he fell off in the playoffs. Stephon Diggs still there.
Knox is like producing.
Knox is fire.
Mm-hmm.
They could use some more help in running game, but
yes, please, yes.
Singletary's a little
running back, please.
Get one of these.
Singletary's okay, but
no, he's not. He stinks.
No, he's okay. He is a better.
He stinks.
He's a better supplementary running back.
He's a supplementary stinker. He stinks.
I'm sorry for his behavior.
The views expressed by one individual on the show does not represent all views.
But his stats represent that he stinks.
Okay. But great defense, you know.
Yeah. Great defense.
So I think we should be fine with the Bills. So championship for Bills?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Tennessee.
That's that fourth tier.
Yeah, you said falling off? Yeah, falling off.
No, they're not.
No,
falling.
gaining traction?
Oh, you think they're gaining traction?
Yeah, because after last season, I'm not saying they're falling
They
off.
were number one seed last year.
They lost the first game.
To the eventual Super Bowl, AFC Super Bowl representatives.
And all I'm just saying is like you don't just lose the first game. Okay, that's unbelievable.
But okay, I will keep this in mind. Keep your pick in mind. We'll hear what you say when we get further along. I say they're losing. They're falling off.
Falling behind.
Falling behind.
Because they still have the same team, roughly.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go Miami. They just got a big
Gaining traction.
yeah, I agree.
8-9. They got a chance to win 10 games this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so Colts.
Falling off.
I can't say that because they were never at the top.
Okay, very true.
You know,
what would that tier be? Then?
I put them right where they were last year. I don't know. I know there's not a tier for it, but
I'll say gaining traction.
You know what? I'm gonna say falling off just because I think Matt Ryan will be a little bit worse than Carson Wentz because he can't move around in the pocket like Carson can.
Falling off, my man.
Falling
right.
off.
Okay.
Bow.
I mean,
Got that
this is all opinions.
This can.
this is all opinions. We don't know who's right, who's wrong.
We don't know
until the end of next season. So, let's go to NFC.
Okay.
Dallas.
Falling off.
Jeez.
Lost 2 receivers, bro. You lost Cedric Wilson and Amari Cooper,
and they didn't get much back from Amari.
and you lost some offensive line starters,
And they lost the Von Miller sweepstakes.
they lost every sweepstakes.
I mean, they still got Michael Parsons.
They couldn't even get Randy Gregory to come back,
They did lose him to the same contract.
just without
The stipulations.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, so far behind. Let's go Tampa Bay.
Championship contenders. Still.
You got Tom Brady,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, they kept Chris Godwin, so that was good. Mike Evans.
But he doesn't play until like half the season, though.
Hey, playoffs is playoffs.
True.
Sure, that's when they need him.
Yeah, fair enough. Rams.
Come on, is this even? They're falling on. No, they're still like
yeah,
a
still
championship
championship contenders.
Green Bay Packers. I'm going
Falling
fall
off.
behind.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're falling off.
Yeah.
I was just interested to see what he was because he, number one seed.
They lost Devontae.
Okay, I'm just
Lost
making
That's a
Devontae.
big deal.
Right.
Lazard's the number one.
And they lost MVS.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, like Lazard, Robert Tonyan. I mean, you got Randall Cobb, but like, ugh.
Ooh.
I know I said NFC, but Denver.
Oh, I think they're contenders. I think they have the best roster.
Gaining traction.
No, they're contenders. They have the best roster in football right now.
Gaining traction. Because all I'm just basing it off like from last season to this.
This
and the comparison.
This is not basketball. You don't need that much time to get chemistry right.
Gaining traction.
I'll go championship.
They're championship
They need a
contender.
quarterback.
Now they are in the toughest division in football,
Yes.
but they have the best roster in that division.
I feel like whoever wins the AFC West is probably going to win the AFC.
Like I said, they're gaining traction.
Okay, that's
All right, it's your opinion.
let's go.
All right.
Let's go one more. New Orleans.
Well, I can't. They weren't good enough to fall off. So
I will go gaining traction.
yeah,
They re-signed Jameis, assuming he has a healthy year. They're gonna add somebody in the draft. Michael Thomas should be coming back.
Shut up, Michael Thomas. You stink too. There you go.
He's better than any receiver you got. Exactly. He's better than any receiver you got.
hasn't had a healthy
Doesn't matter.
season in 2 years.
I'll take Michael Thomas right now over any receiver you got.
Rashad Bateman.
Besides Mark Andrews, yeah, he's better.
No, that's why I say receiver, not pass catcher.
Yeah, okay.
Not fast catcher. But yeah, so that's good. I like it. Okay. Anything else you guys want to add before we move?
I wanted to put in the Steelers falling off.
I mean, I don't think
feel
they'll
like they're just neutral, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll say falling off because I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year.
Trubisky, you're welcome. Falling off.
I mean, he's gonna have Mike Tomlin.
You
as
think
his
Mike
coach.
Tomlin will lose his streak of a winning season?
Now, they got to win 9 games. And the AFC North, we play NFC South this year. So Yeah, it's doable. They can win 9 games. They can win. They can get that out of conference. The thing is, I mean, I said this last year, and I was wrong, but I'm saying it this year. They're going to be bottom of the division, assuming health.
Yeah,
they will be bottom
thing.
of the division.
Yeah,
because they are by far the worst team in the division. If we're talking fully healthy squads, they're by far the worst team in this division.
Okay,
they have no offensive talent.
Besides Najee Harris,
yeah, like other than Najee Harris, and I don't think that's Derrick Henry Jr. So
yeah. So that's it for the NFL. Let's move on to the NBA, to the National Basketball Association.
Yes, sir.
NBA season updates. NBA is closing. Playoffs are coming. Play-in tournaments are coming.
Postseason.
So we got about 15 games per team, maybe less, probably less, like 12 games per team before the playoff starts. So this is where these next 12 games, for more or less, for teams are very, very crucial, especially if you're in the play-in. If you are these teams, if I call your name, you are not in the playoffs.
If I call your name.
Indiana Pacers, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic.
Hey, you said they was going to make it.
Houston Rockets, shut up.
Houston Rockets. Oklahoma City Thunder.
Josh Giddey, I was
so, if I called your name, you are not making the playoffs.
You are not in the postseason. So these are the teams that I assume are mathematically eliminated. Okay.
Yes. So,
hey, New Orleans still in it.
These are teams that are you're not eliminated, but you're about to be. If I call your name, you better start winning games. New York Knicks, Washington Wizards, San Antonio Spurs. Oh, yeah,
Washington,
put them in there.
bro. With the hot start they had, that's tough.
Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings.
I can't believe the Kings weren't on the first list, but hey, good for y'all.
If y'all start winning games, you guys will be eliminated. So, yeah.
The Kings stink. I hate to sound like E. The Kings stink. Free Rashawn Holmes, man. And DeMontis Sabonis.
Well, Rashawn Holmes got some problems he got to take care of before you start freeing anybody.
Hey, man. Listen.
Shout out to my BG alum, but like, you tripping, dog.
Hey. Free that man.
He not in jail yet. But let's start off with the playoff picture so far.
Okay.
In the East, we got number 1, Miami. Relax for a bit because I'm getting into them a little bit.
Don't you worry. We're going to talk about your Heat.
2, Milwaukee. 3, Philly. 4, Boston. Red hot. 5, Chicago. 6, Cleveland. 7, Toronto. 8, Brooklyn. 9, Charlotte. And 10, Atlanta. In the West,
Let's go.
1, Phoenix. Not talked about enough. Memphis. 2, Golden State. 3, Utah. 4, Dallas. 5, Denver. 6, Minnesota. 7, Clippers. 8, New Orleans. 9, Lakers. 10. So, let's talk about the Lakers.
That's the first? All right.
Yes.
They stink.
They do indeed.
They
stink.
are number 10. Oh, my God.
They're number 10? I haven't. Why is it number? Am I missing a game here?
Okay. In the last 10 games, they are 3-7. They did get 2 good big wins against the Cavs and the Toronto Raptors.
That's.
Those
They
are
needed those
teams.
wins.
Those are
And
two
those are postseason teams, as we say here today.
Those are 2 crucial wins for their savior, just for survival of the play-in.
Survival of the play-in.
Yeah, so
LeBron James, survival of the play-in. I've never heard such a thing.
So yeah,
If the play-ins wasn't a thing, he'd be out of there.
Facts.
So yeah, facts. Yeah. So thank God for Adam Silver.
Thank God for this rule that they put so Zion can make it to the postseason.
Did you know the Lakers are 3-11 in the division?
They
They
garbage.
kept getting clapped by the Clips every time.
They are truly garbage.
That's bad.
It is rough, man.
Like you in the same city year round, and you keep getting.
But
clapped.
honestly, the moment I saw Wendell Gabriel suit up, the season's lost, bro.
Stanley Johnson's a starting lineup.
Yeah, I'm like, the season's lost.
Ooh, shooting up.
I was like, dog, the season's lost. Wendell Gabriel is playing Los Angeles Lakers basketball. Bro, it's raps.
And getting like actual minutes.
Like, he started a game, and I'm like, no, this can't be.
You might as well keep like DeAndre Jordan back up there. Let them game for you.
All right, yeah, Lakers. So let's assume they make the play, right?
Okay. We're not gonna assume they make the play because
okay.
it's almost.
So this question right now, they're in the play right now, right?
Okay.
Do they win the play?
No.
Do they win their playing game?
Wait.
So they they would play against
they would play against the
who's the
Timberwolves.
They're the 9th.
They're 10th.
Timberwolves is 7th. So
yeah,
they play the first seed out. So the Timberwolves, yeah. Do I think they could beat the Timberwolves? Yeah.
No.
Yes.
But then, depending on the who's the
Clippers and New Orleans right now.
Oh, they're getting bounced by the Clippers. New Orleans, I think they got a chance, but the Clippers.
New Orleans is the best case scenario. But yeah, the Clippers, they ain't beat the Clippers yet. And
Reggie the Clippers don't have Paul George or Kawhi Leonard.
And Reggie Jackson's like in their head for some reason. Like
Bobby Schmurder is killing these dudes.
Didn't what's his name? Paul George just get back?
Yeah, so Paul George, as of today, or I guess yesterday, has returned to practice. And it's been the first time since I think they said November that he has done any sort of on-court basketball activities. So yeah, he could be coming back around if they manage to win a series. They could get Paul George back.
And Kawhi's still up for question.
Kawhi's up in the air. I don't think he's gonna play though.
He's not playing.
We don't know.
Kawhi's never gonna push.
He's been so quiet. He's
not playing.
He made an album.
So we'll see what the Lakers. LeBron is leading the league in points per game. So we'll see.
Great.
Gonna get a scoring title.
Yeah. Miami Heat.
Let's go.
Trouble in Paradise. They are struggling. I know they're number 1 seed, but they're on a 3-game losing streak.
3 games, you know it happens. And then
6-4 their last 10 games.
They're still winning, right? 6-4.
I mean, you only a game ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks.
And a game and a half. They ain't been no good teams though. Like that's the thing. Like you lost to the Steph and Draymond Warriors.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's with that fight that happened. I understand why we lost, but now
Oh, you understand.
This is the Miami grit right here. This is where you got to put your head down and start playing. That's it. This is the Miami way.
That may be some of the worst advice I've ever heard.
Milwaukee, Philly, and Boston win. Miami's in 4th place right now.
Okay,
I'm just saying, you let Jordan Poole get 30 on you.
Didn't you lose to the Lakers?
Hey, dog. LeBron had 38.
Yeah, the Lakers. 10th place Lakers. We lost to 3rd place.
Hey, remember when you was talking about your finals run? You lost to the Lakers too, boy.
Oh, we're talking about years ago? Come on now.
Yeah, because y'all ain't going back.
Y'all haven't touched a playoff since
you talking about the ring that we got more recently to you? Okay.
You only ring.
You put the ring.
How many rings you got? How many rings you got? How many rings you got? Please.
Hey, how far you got to go back? How far you got? Yeah, numbers. Let's talk numbers. Let's talk number of years you have to go back.
How many rings?
Let's talk about number of years you have to go back.
See, you do this. I do this.
No, I go back.
No. You do this. I do this. Hey, this is how you. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Because we've always been competitive. We was running the Michael Jordan back then. So we talking about old stuff.
You do this. You talking
about old stuff. You know what I'm saying? We had to run the Michael Jordan back then. Y'all weren't good enough to. You had to.
Bro, I do this. I do this.
And,
hey, Ali, how you doing?
And 2 of those, I guess, because of who?
Okay.
That same guy who bounced you out to win number 4.
Hey, okay. Ali, how you doing?
Hey, Jimmy Butler been there how long? And he's still ringless? That's crazy.
Come on, man. Right.
I mean, Kyle Lowry got the championship experience. Like, that's your championship experience now. Crazy.
You Dallas Habslow?
Thank you.
I'm talking about niggas who play.
My man, you was on point. He said, UD, 3 of them. Come on, man.
Because he's been on the team for like 60 years.
3 of them. UD 40, Hall of Famer, first ballot.
I'll beat your ass.
That's first ballot right there.
He tried to fight UD and Eric Spoelstra. That was crazy.
Yo, that was. I watched that video like 20 times, bro. And I was like trying to figure out what he said, bro.
He said y'all only relevant because of Dwayne Wade. That is so funny.
You know what's crazy? That'd be like the turning point to make him champions. I won't even lie to you. That is something that just.
Nah, y'all don't have a Shaq and Kobe on the team that can win while hating each other. You don't have that.
All I'm saying is that this is the turning point, right? I know they can't hate each other, and then win like, Shaq and Kobe. All I'm saying is this is like the focal point for a championship team to get along.
Do you truly believe that y'all can win it though? Not even win a championship. Like, if you have to play a series against, because I can think of 3 teams right now, just off the rip, that you have no shot against. You have no shot against Brooklyn. You have no shot against Philly. You have no shot against Milwaukee. You are debatable with the way Boston's been playing right now. I think that's the realm you're in.
See, playoff basketball is different. You know it. You know playoff basketball.
Which is why I think you have no chance against the 3 teams that I just mentioned.
See, we can beat Philly.
Cap.
Easily, right?
You have no answer for Joel. Tyrese Maxey's been playing some of his best basketball, so if he comes and plays that, then you. And then Jimmy Butler can guard James Harden to a degree, but like he's still gonna get his.
See, watch. You'll see, right? On top of that, we have probably the best squad depth in the league right now.
No, you play the most players. You do not have the best depth. Memphis has the best actual depth in the league. And then I would say Phoenix.
But we have like the best depth.
All right. Speaking of the Celtics, let's talk about the Celtics. Yeah, they are red hot right now. They were in the playing realm for at least 6 weeks, dog. For like half the season. Yeah, and now they're number 4, actually tied for number 3. They are 9-1 in the last 10 games, and they're on a 5-game winning streak right now.
And they are smoking teams. Like it needs to be understood. Like they're winning games, but they're like smoking these teams.
They beat the Jazz by 30 points. They beat the Nuggets by 20, and they beat the Kings by 30.
They beat the Warriors by 22.
That's 3 of the last 4 games right there.
I mean,
I'm gonna say this though, like real talk. After like when we talk about LeBron, who's the next guy, who out of these next like young generational players is gonna be the guy that's sent, I am like one of those few people who says Jason Tatum's gonna be that guy. It should be.
It won't be.
What?
Like the next face of the league, a great player. Like I think Jason Tatum will have a lot of great moments. I think he will be looked at as a great player, but because of what Giannis has already managed to accomplish, because of what we think Luka can accomplish, hell, even Trae Young and what he's done as a postseason player, is Jason Tatum has to accomplish a lot, and he can still do it because they did it early.
Yeah. Listen, Jason Tatum, even though he's better than him, he's gonna be viewed as the Paul George of the next generation.
No.
I don't think he'll be viewed upon that.
He's better than Paul George.
I think he'll be viewed. I just said that he'll be viewed more as like a Reggie Miller.
No.
What?
See, I'll go with your debate. Your point here. You always say his marketability against like the other guys, the guys he named.
Yeah, Paul George's not marketable at all.
He's pretty marketable.
I mean, he got some of the best selling shoes.
Thank you. But like I was saying, his marketability, right? Trae Young.
Ice Trae.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Luka.
Zion. Zion hasn't been playing. He's still marketable.
You see what I'm saying?
They be talking about Zion every other day, and he hasn't suited up all year.
And Giannis, out of all those, is probably the least marketable, but the best guy.
But he's Greek, though. So like,
Giannis got one of the best resumes. Like
Exactly. That's why they market him. He is...
And if Giannis was American, I don't think he'd be as marketable as he is.
No, I think he'd be more marketable.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Dude, they don't market foreign players that well.
I mean, yeah, you have to like really stand out, and then even then you fall short. Cause like,
are you sure? Cause like Greek Freak is a good.
I mean, think about it like this, right? The three, like we think of the 3 best foreign-born players right now.
Dr. Whiskey's up there.
No, it's right now.
Right now.
So if you're talking about the past, there's like at least 5 of them.
Yeah, I mean, but even if you bring up somebody like Dirk didn't get marketed the way he should have been for how great he was.
Dirk because when he came in, he was drafted in the 90s. And that's when it first started like coming like hot and ready.
Right. But now marketing plays so much a bigger role in how people are viewed that I would say it's even more important to be marketable now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, at least to a degree.
Is like the prime example of like marketability and talent mixture.
Yeah. He's up there. You know, I don't even as crazy as it sounds because Luka has so much grasp. I still don't think he is even, if he was an American-born player, like okay, let me put it to you like this. Imagine if like somebody like LaMelo was playing at Luka's level. You would never, I mean, you still, when he first came into the league, you'd never heard anything that wasn't about LaMelo Ball. Mm-hmm. LaMelo Ball took a lot of that initial shine away from Zion going into that season when he came in. He's in Charlotte and still getting talked about.
Well, Melo been in the spotlight since he was 15.
Right, and then, but that's what I'm saying though. That's the marketability you have by being over here.
Yeah.
We knew who Zion Williamson was 3 years before he got to the NBA.
Yeah.
We knew who LaMelo Ball was well before he made it. Hell, we knew who Lonzo and LiAngelo Ball were well before they got to the NBA.
We still talk about Jello Ball, but he don't play in the league like that.
He hasn't even suited up in an actual NBA game, and he still gets somewhat regular sports coverage.
Yeah.
And I think Giannis is the exception, like you said, but that is just because of the level he's playing at. I mean, you can't not talk about the defending champion. You can't not talk about 2-time MVP. You can't not talk about
50-point dropper on the final game. Win Chick-fil-A. I'm surprised Chick-fil-A didn't send him a check for that. We cover you. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the marketability of Greek Freak, man. Chick-fil-A, bro. Like, come on.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to disagree with you guys. I mean, it makes sense. Marketability is a big thing. That's why you face the league. That's why LeBron has been there, and not KD. Because KD has.
I won't even lie to you.
Marketability.
Deuce got more marketability than Jason Tatum. Like his son just be like, you remember how he squatted up quick?
Yeah. So like, yeah. But I think Jason Tatum will be one of the main pillars for why the NBA is still like a great success.
How long? Okay, we'll do it like this. 3 years. Right. Has Jason Tatum won an MVP?
LeBron's
Yes.
still in the league. Giannis still in the league. KD's still in the league.
Okay.
Steph Curry's still in the league.
Okay.
Yes. No. That third year.
Why yes?
I feel by that third year, everyone's gonna drop. I believe.
I think everyone but Giannis, yeah.
True. LeBron's gonna drop for sure. I mean, Lakers ain't gonna be. You know, Steph.
I think
Steph will drop.
Steph has been
because he's a shooter.
Don't matter. He won't be able to shoot the way he does though. Like
True.
that off the dribble and all that stuff. Like that'll go.
right, and then KD. I mean, KD. I feel is just gonna slowly migrate off the court with whatever he does. He's just gonna like, unless like he sees something potentially like happening in Brooklyn. I don't see him like ever just staying up there.
Yeah.
And I think Jason Tatum is the more, how you say, fully rounded player out of like a lot of the guys.
He's a much better defender too this year. Like, he's got to consider better as a defender. So why no, Ali? Why will Jason Tatum in 3 years? So we think about. I think we all would agree this season Joel's probably taking on the MVP. So in 3 years, Ali, who are your 3 guys who are going to win MVPs over Jason Tatum?
Luka.
I think that's valid.
Giannis again.
I think Giannis will get number 3 before JT gets 1. Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna go Donovan Mitchell.
For all the reasons why we harp on Jason Tatum are the same reasons, if not even more, that we do it for Donovan Mitchell.
Listen, Donovan Mitchell should win MVP. We've been I have him very high up in my current shooting guards in the league and all that. I don't think Donovan Mitchell gets one before Jason Tatum. I don't even know if Donovan Mitchell can't. When they were the number 1 seed, he couldn't even get a top 10 vote.
They keep giving it to Rudy Gobert.
Donovan Mitchell is the best player.
I think I Donovan Mitchell and I put.
If anything, I'll help you out. Ja.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially after that, he put the Grizzlies at 2.
But his team success,
are doing the exact same thing without him.
They 12-1 without him, and that's hurting him just as much as it's helping him.
But like what we said
Because
about
he's viral, he's
marketability.
That's all true.
Yeah, but like if the team is doing great without you, like a certain capacity, you can't win MVP
because you're not that valuable. It's the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When LeBron
you help him be like from here to here, like the gap is like without you, you're here. Like Grizzlies right here, right? Without Ja,
right?
But like with them, they're like here.
Yeah,
that's a small gap. If it was like this, like without them, they're suffering, and like he's like with him, he's up there. That's different.
Because like if Ja didn't play on the Grizzlies this year, they're still a playoff team, regardless.
Like barely, but yeah, they still a playoff team.
Like I think they're probably 6. They're probably a 6 seed, 5th seed.
They're number 2 right now. Ja's been out for 2 weeks,
and they've lost 1 game, and it was to Phoenix, and it was by 4.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so
but all I'm saying is, Ja for MVP is a very strong argument.
He got a case, but I think you can make that same argument for Jason Tatum. I mean, we've watched Jason Tatum give 50 piece after 50 piece. Yes, he's not as marketable as Ja. I will not disagree with you there, but yeah.
But I mean, JT, I don't know, man.
No, you know what? I'm gonna take out Ja and Donovan Mitchell. I'll put Zion if he's healthy.
No,
because Zion.
Thank you. Yeah,
Zion. If Zion averaged 20 and 10, do you think they'll get an MVP? And
if Anthony Davis couldn't do it, Zion's not going to do
it. Zion's way more marketability than Anthony Davis.
Way more? Whoa. He's more marketable. Zion Williamson had a lot of hype coming in, but a lot of that has died down.
Come on, bro.
He's a Jordan athlete.
People have moved to... That's hurting his case, if anything. You want to know a crazy stat? Of people playing right now, Russell Westbrook's the only Jordan athlete who's won an MVP. In fact, if you look over the history of it, I did not know that you said that. Because you look at Blake Griffin, no MVP. God. Chris Paul, great, maybe should have one, no MVP. Melo, no MVP.
I'm looking at 4-time medalist. Chill out, also.
Not an MVP. So yeah, it's not looking. Dang, it's not looking great.
That's a crazy stat. I did not know that.
In fact, I don't know if any, because I don't think there were too many Jordan athletes before like the Blake Griffin era of basketball. Like I'm sure there was somebody who signed before.
I know Dwayne signed for like 2 years. All right, and
so that has been the episode. We really appreciate you guys for hanging out with us and seeing our updated studio and styling. We expect some more high quality content.
Yes. And on that note, peace.
Deuces.